It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants coming up next.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And we're off from MetLife. Gray now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller. Already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
They go play action on first. Escapes the pocket. All the time. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, it's Tracy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw now. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a pickup of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
It's pretty obvious this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, you start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First down from the red zone. This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016 who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Opening play, and Dak's gonna throw. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch, gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Ferguson there to bring it in. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Drew Phillips making the tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Play action, Prescott. Cut out left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 31-yard play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Launches, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gray now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Here's Tracy once more. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. He's dropping back to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. This is caught inside the 15. Then he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants break the tie here in the 1st. Malik Neighbors with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. to know, ready to send this away. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Back out come the Cowboys for their second drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. It's an option to the left side. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defense linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked it down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll try and run this. And he's going to slide to a halt. For the moment, it's a gain, but we'll see if that penalty flag brings it all back. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. And after a little running, he gets this up to the 32. Give him 5 on that play. Still need 3 times that now on 3rd and 15.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. Finds his target, Robinson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Connects with Slayton. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by Deron Bland.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Setting up a throw. He has the first over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
On 2nd and 14 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. This from 35 yards away. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. It's caught, Ferguson. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
The running back gets it on the draw. He finds space for a few yards that time. Micah McFadden able to make the play. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Dak now from the gun. Completed to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys reduce the lead to just 4. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Gray now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's not going to get much. A modest gain at best to the 41. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They motion the tight end over. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants looking to add to their advantage. Back now, pressure on its way. And a man is there to knock that away.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now looking to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Pass play now. Escapes the sack. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Ferguson's got it. Complete. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
This ball's caught by Pickens. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Throwing for the end zone. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up. That's going to bring us to the end of this first half of football with the Giants holding things down in East Rutherford. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Gano ready to send this away. Returnable from the 1. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Dallas with its offense headed out for our first possession of the half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Here's Prescott. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. They give it to him again. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Completed here to Pickens. And he gets him around 6 there. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Prescott here from the gun. Ferguson there to bring it in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, here's Dak. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throwing again is Dak. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Simple dive up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Prescott now on 3rd down. We've got a screen to the running back. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They'll run for this. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Design bootleg here. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that, a huge sack for this defense.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Now Dak to throw. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Here we go, 4th and goal inside the 1. They'll run it up the gut. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Cowboys get this tie before the end of the third. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Starting at the 10. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
2nd and 10 now. He finds Slayton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets this down to the 41 before being stopped. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Back-to-back carries here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Dak now from the gun. That throw finds Pickens. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun is Prescott. That's caught for the 1st. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now Prescott. Escapes the pocket. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Dak. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead. We all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead to 8. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Gray now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Connects with Slayton. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 24. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Giants are set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. The return begins on their side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's Prescott. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Cowboys up by 8. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Motion man sent left. They'll run now on 2nd down. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. He's going left on the option. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the longtime vet Brian Angeron now. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And it'll be Giants football. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. He finds Johnson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Here he is to throw. He connects downfield on 4th. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He'll look to throw it. Gets this to Slayton. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Looking for a target. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Down to their last breaths. And he gives them a shot now to force overtime. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for 2. He's throwing for it. Rolling left, and he's taken down. The defense maintains the 2-point lead. Ooh, this is so tough, Brock. You understand what he was trying to do, make something happen, ended up outside the pocket, but even some added creativity can't yield 2 points here.
You get down here on these 2-point conversions, the real estate just gets gobbled up in a hurry. Not only for the QB, but the receivers as well. Only so much time to try to make something work before that defender said, "Not in my house."
Less than 25 seconds to go. This onside try is for the game. And this kick is brought in by the Cowboys, and that should be enough to secure them this win. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Cowboys back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. With the win all set, Cowboys in victory formation, and they take a knee. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And Brock, we all know any win is a good win, but playing against a division rival, oh, it always feels so much better dealing them one in the L column.
These are the teams that know you best, Kate, but also the ones that you know best. So yes, it is just a little bit sweeter when you take care of business in your own division.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from New York.